All right, everyone, some news commentary for the day. For those of you who don't know, I'm originally from Missouri, but I haven't lived there in probably 15 years or more. But I saw this interesting article come out from local news, which is about the gypsy moth, or as what they call it here, the spongy moth, which is now the new name for the gypsy moth, or the European gypsy moth, Lymantria dispar, and the Asian gypsy moth. But now we call it this. This is what the ESA has said its new name is. Uh, But what I found interesting is that obviously the gypsy moth is an incredibly invasive species, covering the entire east coast of the or the eastern half of the United States, where it's cool enough. This species has been in the United States since 1869, uh, but well, it was introduced on purpose actually in a failed attempt to try and hybridize them with silk moths to create a booming silk industry in the United States. But it's been actively moving west ever since 1869 in its escape. Historically, these moths cause enormous amount of damage through defoliation of forests. And historically, they've been very difficult to control. This article goes on to say that no current infestation is known in Missouri, which I find to be hard to believe. I remember gypsy moth being spotted, oh God, it must have been back in 2007. It was being actively trapped for on the eastern parts of Missouri. I don't believe that there's no gypsy moth anywhere in the state. That seems impossible to me. But it is a huge issue when it arrives because the state is mostly oak and hickory and other hardwoods, which gypsy moth loves, or in this case, spongy moth loves. I'm going to keep calling it gypsy moth. That's what I learned it as. I don't care what the new name is. Anyway, so Department of Conservation has been looking for this. They have not found it yet, supposedly. But if you are in the area, you should keep an eye out for it. They're very easy to identify. The moths have these, or not the moths. The moths either can be white for the females or brown for the males. But the caterpillars are very easy to identify. They're covered in blue and red spots and very long hairs. The egg masses can be very large and they contain, hundreds and hundreds of eggs covered in scales. Very, very easy to spot. So keep an eye out for this. This is going to be something that eventually arrives in Missouri and it's going to cause lots of damage. Luckily, entomologists have been working on biological control for this species for about 100 years with really good success on the East Coast. So it's only a matter of time after it arrives that biological control programs will be implemented to tamp down the population. But the sooner it's found and gotten under control, the better. Okay, thanks.